Hi, I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this because I'm having to prop up my camera phone with a big jar of vitamins and a spaghetti squash because that's how ghetto I am. But it's Donnie's 10th month birthday, which is really exciting for us and also sobering, obviously, given the times and the circumstances. And it just is. I was thinking last night about, you know, would we even have been able to go get him, to adopt him, if this had happened 10 months ago? Now, saying the first thing we had to do was get a flight. And I think, as far as I know, you can still travel, you know, by plane. And if it came to it, I suppose we always could have driven. But then when we got there, we had to stay in a motel. I don't think motels are currently open. There are rumors about all non-essential businesses being closed. So I kind of doubt a motel would be considered essential. So maybe we'd have to either sleep in our car or find someone up there who would be willing to let us stay with them. And then when we were there, we, of course, drove back and forth between the hospital, which I think we'd be able to do. And we'd have to, again, have breakfast in the motel. And I don't think there are motels right now. And then we'd have lunch out somewhere, just grab a quick bite, which would be a little more complicated because we'd have to go to a grocery store and then go to the motel or non-motel. Maybe we'd have to go to the grocery store and go to a picnic bench and eat our lunch and go back to the hospital and then go to dinner and go to the grocery store, find something to eat, find somewhere to eat it, and then find somewhere to sleep. And then I don't know if the adoption agency would be open. I don't know if that would be considered essential. I'm sure it's considered essential, definitely, by the women who are giving birth to babies that they can't care for. And maybe they've had a plan and been secure in their adoption plan for months, and now just who knows what's going to happen. They're going to give birth, and then what? I don't know. Who knows? And then like when we were up there, we were able to have lunch one day at a really nice restaurant, but on the bay. It was so nice and so super cute and peaceful and relaxing in this really quaint little town. And now that restaurant is probably closed for business. And gosh, when he was released from the hospital, we took a ferry over and we stayed with a friend for a night. Well, now I doubt that the ferries are considered essential. So I don't know if ferries were running. I don't know if it would be too risky to try and stay with friends. We also had to go shopping for him for a baby carrier. He wouldn't be able to do that. And then eventually we got home with him, and who knows how that would have happened. But we're here, and he's here with us, and we're so thankful to God, that this happened. But just, my heart is really heavy for adoptive parents who have a plan and now it's just chaos. Who knows what's going to happen? There's just no logistics, of how or when, and it's, yeah, so I just don't know. And nobody knows really what the future is going to hold. We don't know what Donnie's future is going to look like. Are we still going to be financially recovering from this time when Donnie's old enough to want to get his first job? Will he be able to find a job? I don't know. It's just, there are a lot of questions. Is my husband's business, which is non-essential, is it going to be able to stay open? Is he going to stay employed? What about our friends? What about our family, the people we care about? It's just really uncertain, and we definitely have to trust God. And my husband and I last night were thinking of other situations in history that may have been like this. Was it like this in the polio epidemic? People just scared and kind of frantic and running around and uncertain about their futures. And what about the Great Depression? What about, you could even go so far as, what about for the Pilgrims coming over, facing complete unknown, and were they, scared to procreate because the future was so uncertain? And then what about the pioneers and those who lived on western frontier towns where it was dangerous and just every man for himself? And gosh, according to the movies, you could get in a gunfight any day, and they were just hoarding marauders running around just waiting to loot and to kill, and who knows. I think we will get through this. It's going to be tough, and I think the world's going to look like a different place afterwards. But I was just thinking last night about specifically the adoption industry and how kind of heartbreaking that is, and just the uncertainty there where the stakes are so high and it's a person's life, that's their whole life is going to be affected by this. So anyway, that's was just a sobering thought that I went to bed with. And I'll try and enjoy this day, and I hope you will also. Bye.